Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in to another fantastic episode of Bar Talk. I promise you it's going to be a good one tonight. I'm really excited.
Now, for a little homie
We
from the
sell
hood,
Dom Perignon at Hooters.
listen to me, Jenna. I wouldn't tell you these things if it wasn't true.
We unfortunately can't talk about, that year without that cheating scandal. Can you just talk about it from your perspective as someone who was in the clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I would definitely lead off by saying I do not condone it, and I am not down with it because, especially as a pitcher, it only hurts the pitcher when you do what you did.
You and I are both from the South Side, and I think, I can't figure out if it's a Chicago thing, if it's a South Side thing, but we always got a guy.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, and I'll give you my example, which maybe might help. What is the craziest kind of guy you got? I have two. I have a butcher guy who comes to my house with his newspapers, with his knives, and chops the meat, and we put it straight into the fridge. But then I also have a Amazon Fire Stick jailbreaking guy.
That's a weird guy to have.
It's a weird guy to have, but he's a great guy to have because I was able to watch free movies forever before I had to download every type of streaming platform.
Man.
So what is the craziest guy that you have?
And I realize that me and you share a love for something. So I have to know, where does your love for No Hands by Waka Flocka originate from?
Oh my God.
I have to know because, I feel bad for my husband if I ever get married because, it's my wedding walkout song. I swear to God. Yes.
Grandma, I'm so sorry.
I know. You're like, guys, I'm really sorry. Just look away. Just look away.
One thing my mother, gracefully beat into my head as a child was that patience is a virtue. And she's probably been saying it to me since before I could even talk, before I could comprehend sentences. And again, I love what you wrote about your journey of patience. And you said it's about being patient with yourself too. It's about knowing that this is a lifelong journey and that this journey will be full of self-evolution. It's about being kind to yourself along the journey, allowing yourself to make mistakes and to feel however you need to feel while giving yourself grace. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Do you think when you had your kids, patience became different compared to pre-kids?
Who's a good Bridgeport hero?
That depends on who you ask.
Okay, what song makes you run to the dance floor the minute you hear it?
Oh my God. So if you have to say it.
Sweet Caroline. It'll actually get me on the bar. I've made tremendously bad decisions when Sweet Carolina came on.
Okay, so ladies, what is something people would be surprised to know about you both?
We're not lesbians.
Got on right now because I feel like we got on ourselves a beautiful top and we got, oh my God, GQ, here we come. My God, look at that.
Tell me, what is your fondest memory of watching your dad play softball when you were a kid?
Okay, so I thought of you right away when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to come back with Bar Talk, and it was actually Mama Kath who initiated the conversation, and she said to me, kind of in the beginning of June when, tensions were really high in our country and we're all having conversations right now that I think none of us thought we ever would have. And my mom said to me, Jenna, did you think you were a good teammate? And I kind of was I looked at her and I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, you've been teammates with Black girls, with girls of all different, race and ethnicity. Do you think you were a good teammate? And I was like, if you were to ask younger Jenna if you were to ask me that question when I started to when I finished, I think the answer would have been yes. But asking 27-year-old Jenna, I don't know if the answer is still yes, because to me, the subject and what you're asking now, I think is, it's more layered. There's more, like onions to peel back, so to speak. So, you played club for Lions where you were pretty much the only Black girl. And we also realized that you were probably a lot of people's first Black friend. Was that something that you just like always noticed being in the room where you were the only person that looked like you?
How did the idea come about? Like, talk me through the process of you guys were like, let's do this.
Right? It's honestly, it's been a joke. Like, it has been, I'd say since the third time we've hung out, it was always a like, we should do this.
They were like, yeah, Carlini committed to Wisconsin. I was like, why? like not trying to be mean, but I was like, why did she do that? And so I heard a story, and tell me if it's true or false, because again, you don't know what it is. I heard that you decided to go there because you saw someone there who played and their last name was Carlini. Is there any truth to that?
I cannot confirm. No, like 1000% that's true.
Okay.
It's just a different perspective on COVID. And I know that topics come up many times that we're all in the same storm, but we're in different boats. And I think that's such a good way to put it. You know, some people are just grasping onto a raft. Others are in a boat that has holes. Others are in a cruise ship, like enjoying themselves, you know? So I think I love that metaphor because it's such a simple way to put how the experiences affected people differently.
And I'm pretty sure probably in the moment you had some choice words you probably would have liked to have said to those doctors.
I still want to find where their offices are and be like, hey, how about this for not using my hands anymore,
And knowing that you're not alone in anything you're going through, and there's like a visual element and a thing that you can see that like, there's just stories that can be told that you're not alone and make you feel like, okay, like things will be okay.
You said you finally found a home and a family with the Minnesota Lynx. So for people who are watching who maybe don't understand what I'm talking about, let me just briefly explain. You were drafted by the Connecticut Suns, were there your rookie season, and you didn't really play. Like you sat on the bench. It wasn't ideal. It wasn't what you had hoped for. And then you got news that could be bad, which is you got traded.
I know. I was like, yeah.
Yes, but exactly. Instead, it turned out to be like the best blessing in disguise.
Right.
What did being with the Lynx add to your game that maybe you didn't realize you needed?
Rylan, if you had the chance to say what you wanted to Aaron Rodgers, what would you say to him?
Retire.
I had a I can't believe I'm going to say this. I had a great Karen experience, guys.
Oh.
A great Karen experience. Swear to God.
Tell
me, because here's the thing: is she's making Karens look good, one Karen at a time.
Oh God, Jenna, you fucking asshole!
Oh, righty then, I'm coming back.
Woo! God Almighty, Jenna! Why won't anything work today? Nothing will work.
God, what? It's just one of those days, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Nothing is working. Apparently, be careful when opening this. I didn't want to experience the pain that was inside of me, so I just didn't let myself feel anything, which also meant I didn't let myself feel joy. Gavin, greatest pickup line someone has used on you?
Ooh.
At work, yeah.
At work? That's a tough one. I feel like they're kind of rare. I don't know. I'm a man, so I feel like it's usually up to me to drop the pickup though.
Really?
Oh my God, I'm always left to like flirt with tables to get them to do things.
Okay, well then what's the greatest pickup line you've given to a table that's been successful?
If they're like nothing for dessert and I'm like, oh, like you're definitely sweet enough, or like you can have him or her later for dessert.
You know, being at times such a control freak is a good thing, but then at times it's not a good thing, because when you're so worried about being in control, you miss out on some of the most beautiful moments in life that are just meant to happen whenever, wherever, and there's no rhyme or reason. But you just kind of have to go with the flow with it. But one of my mentors has this saying called bees to honey. And basically what that means is if you ever just watch honey is its natural, sweet, authentic self. Honey doesn't go chasing. Honey doesn't go forcing things to happen, doesn't go, expecting people to come its way. Honey just focuses on being honey. And when honey is honey, bees come buzzing. And I got it tattooed on me. No, can't really pull it up, but it's right there. My sister designed it. It says bees to honey. And it was the reminder to myself that, the honey is what I can control. And I can control my natural, sweet, authentic self. I can't control if the bees come buzzing, but I can control the honey. What does life maybe look like for you moving forward, with everything that's kind of happened?
Oh, I love this question. That's another thing that I was thinking about after the racial awakening. That's what I'm going to call it, because I was like, I'm about to lose some friends, because I was at the point, like you said, where I was fed up. I'm done, and I'm over people playing devil's advocate with me about, situations that happen to Black people. And I'm over people apologizing for others or the all lives mattering me. I'm done with it. So if they are not with this movement, then they can not be a part of my life, because my life is one of those at stake. You can't say that it's not true, because look at Breonna Taylor, literally the same age as me.
I'm learning right now is there are two types of people I think that we're living in, and there's people who are very willing and forthcoming and like, this is what I'm struggling with, this is what I'm feeling, I realize that what I'm feeling is okay. But then there's the opposite of the people who are having all of these emotions that they don't even know how to process and how to even say them out loud. So for maybe those people who are dealing with all of the fear, the unknown, the uncertainty of things, what advice would you give them on how to maybe address what it is that they're feeling and helping them realize that what they're feeling is okay?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, because everyone processes things differently. And for, there's no right way to do this, right? There's no blueprint of like, this way is better than that way.
Kind of sexually and religiously obsessed with horses.
Okay.
And I had to be the horse.
Okay.
I was the only Black person in the department, Jenna. Who else was going to play the horse?
I don't know, but I don't think it should have been you.
It had to be me. And I'm not saying because I'm hung like one, because the horse was hung like me.
Okay.
I've had enough of these to go there. Bottom line is, I'm just playing. I'm really just playing. But as I've studied horses, I studied horses for a significant amount of time, in a way that I was like, I didn't know I could make the noises.
Okay.
And so when my mama came and saw the play, she thought that it was like some digital effects that, the play had. And I was like, no, mama, that was actually me making all the horse noises the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
So making a horse noise right now.
I'm gonna try. You ready?
Yeah.
It's been a minute, so,
Warm up.
I've been through puberty twice. I've been through puberty twice since then, so.
Okay.
Let me see what I can.